3 nights ago, I saw something that I still can't fully understand or explain. I live in mid-Michigan in a small residential/suburban town surrounded by cornfields. However, I do live in the more populated area as my parents' house, where I currently reside, is located within walking distance of our downtown. Our street is by no means desolate, dark, or isolated, and most of the houses are fairly close to one another. A pretty urban setting given the town itself. It was about 2:30 a.m. and since it's pretty normal for me to be up that late, me and my dog have developed what I call our little routine. He comes to my door, lets out a huff, to inform me that he's there, and then we go downstairs where I let him outside through the front door to do his business. After completing, he comes in and we share a midnight snack of ham straight from the fridge. Now keep in mind, my dog is extremely well trained and very old. He doesn't need a leash or a fence to keep him from running away, he always comes right back after he's done. He'll even wait at the door if you aren't there. So on this particular night, I open the door for him and I'm just about to turn and walk away so I can prepare our midnight snack when I notice he's still standing on the porch staring across the street. This isn't completely out of the norm for him, but this was lasting a bit longer than usual. When he finally jumps off the porch, I follow his line of sight where he had been staring and I see what looks like a large dog or maybe even a wolf slinking across my neighbor's yard on the other side of the street. For the first few seconds, I'm trying to figure out WTF this thing is because it looks like it could be a dog, but something isn't right. It's too long and the way it's moving isn't normal. And even though it was only about 50 feet away, it looked as though it was blurry. I can't think of any other way to describe it. None of it made sense. At this point, I go into panic mode because, so far, this creature hasn't seemed to notice me or my dog. But if it does, my dog doesn't stand a chance. As I said, he's old. And also a Pomeranian. Whatever this thing was, it would destroy him no doubt. I decided to slowly open the outer glass door, hoping to create just enough noise to alert my dog that it's time to come in, but not enough for whatever that thing is to hear me too. Luckily, my dog notices right away and starts running back towards me. But at the same time, this dog creature starts turning toward me, slowly. It almost felt fake how unnatural it moved, like animatronics or something. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at, but I have this indescribable feeling that I'm not supposed to be seeing this. So, as this thing is turning to look at me, my dog is coming through the door simultaneously and for about 1 second, I take my eyes off the creature thing to look down at my dog and close the door. When I look back up, this thing has moved about 30 feet to the left into my neighbor's driveway rather than their yard, and is standing on its hind legs at around 7 to 8 feet tall, staring at me. Now, I'm really freaking out. How did it move so quickly, and how did it not make a single sound? How is it so tall? I literally looked away for maybe a second. I look away again to lock the door and gather myself, only to look again and see absolutely nothing. It was gone. This whole ordeal only lasted maybe 20 to 30 seconds total. Shaking, I give my dog his ham and mine, and I run downstairs to my brother's room in the basement to tell him what happened. Being normal 19-year-old playing video games, his response was, "Wow. WTF. That's super weird." But honestly, I just needed to tell someone to confirm that what just happened actually happened and that I wouldn't wake up the next day and convince myself it was a dream. Over the last few days, I've told anyone who would listen about what I saw, including my parents. Those who are closer to me seemed a bit more unnerved, because like I mentioned earlier, I don't usually believe in this type of thing. They could tell I was shaken by whatever it was that I saw. Tonight, after some random Googling, as the result of my restless mind, I came across what appears to be the exact description of what I saw. The Dogman. I've never heard anything about it before, but I am now fully convinced I saw one in front of my very own eyes, and it saw me too.